Hello everyone, welcome to the class of Health and Physical Education, Unit 9 Psychology and Sports. And today's topic we are going to learn, that is techniques of motivation. In the last class we have already learned the types of motivation, that was intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. But today we are going to learn the techniques of motivation. But again, let's have a little bit of knowledge related to the motivation. Now, motivation means what? Motivation is an art of getting the people to do what they want to do because they want to do it. So here it is an art of getting the people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. Actually, whatever the people want to do, there is the motive behind that. Why they want to do, there is some motive behind that, or there is some of the desire why they want to do that. So motivation can influence the decision, learning and performance in sports. So what does the motivation do? That is mostly used to influence the decision, learning and performance in sports. If the performer is not in a positive psychological state, mistake will be made in the performance. If psychologically he is not prepared, that means the chances of mistake in the during the performance or during the tournament or competitions will be there, and they will not perform at their best level. So it is very much essential that the motivation should be improved. It should be done more and more. It is important for the change of the attitude, developing a positive mindset and engaging in a systematic behavior. Why enhancing the motivation is very much important? Because motivation is going to change the attitude of a player. It is going to develop a positive mindset and engaging in the systematic behavior. The short-term process goals that facilitate improvement. There are the short-term process goals which used to facilitate improvement. There will be improvement in the short-term process goals because they are learning accordingly and they are achieving that. So short-term goals are you can find out that there is an improvement in the short-term goals. If you have a leadership role in the sports, you will have a considerable influence on how motivated your athlete or team might feel. That means that if you are having a leadership role, for example, if you are the captain of an Indian cricket team, then you know that how you can motivate your players as well as your teams and might feel about that. So but it is only been possible that the way how you used to motivate them. So you can instill, you can develop a good work ethic, recognize individual efforts and instigate the transparent reward structure that reinforce the team senses of the competence. You need to motivate the players in such a way so that it is going to give a desired result, or the output, or the whatever the output which we are going to get, that should be a desired result. So that should be very transparent reward structure. Always keep in mind that the motivation differs from person to person and it's unique. Every way there are many of the peoples are there which used to react or which used to act when when we used to give them a negative type of motivation, that you are not you it is not your cup of tea, you will not be able to do that work, or you will not be able to play well. So that player internally they used to develop themselves, they used to get self motivated and they used to show them that, see, you have told me that I cannot do, but I have proved myself. So that is a type of negative type of motivation. So here always keep in mind that motivation differs from person to person. It depends upon how the person used to take. If the person knows that the motivation is being given, I know if the person knows that what qualities I am possessing, and this person is just telling about me, just motivating me in a positive way, but I know it is only for the sake of him only. That means it is for betterment of other for himself. So at that time maybe the player may not get motivated. So here the motivation differs from person to person and it's unique. Now let's learn the techniques of motivation. There are the various techniques of motivations like goal setting, arrangement of competition, spectators, verbal comment, then hypnotism, healthy sports environment, knowledge of the result, praise or blame, then cash prize, trophies, motivational music, positive attitude and positive self-talk. So we are going to discuss a short discussion one by one. Goal setting is one of the technique of motivation. That means that the goal setting is being considered one of the motivation, because the sports person should be encouraged to set few ambition, or they should be able to set the goals, long term goals, that is considered aims. They should have some of the aims which they need to achieve, but before that there should be a short term goals are also should be set. That means every type of goals should be set. That means the objectives also should be set so that they can achieve the goals. So goal setting for the player is must, because they should they should set the goals according. Yes, another thing is that whatever the player, the goals whatever we are setting, that should be according to our capability and our capacity, whether it should be in our reach. Suppose if I am just imagining, if I am just imagining, or I am just setting a goal that I am going to secure 90% in the board, but if I know that my capacity is only to score 70%, hardly 70%, then it is not been possible for me to score 90. So whatever the goal should be set, it should be according to the capability and the capacity of an individual or an athlete. So they should also keep a track on that whether the long term goals, with their long term goals, the sports person should also set appropriate medium goals as well as short term goals also. So here for example, that if a sports person want to get a position in the Olympic game, then he should set the medium goals, short term goals, and then afterwards he should achieve very short term goals, and then afterwards he or she can reach towards the higher goal. So the goal can be not be achieved all of a sudden, it is to be achieved by step. So goal should be monitored on the regular basis. There should be some flexibility in their approach of the coach or a physical education teacher, that they should not be very rigid, that they should set a goal that you are going to play, you need to play in such a way so that I want to see you at the international level in the next year. But you may also see the capability as well as the capacity of the players or athlete, and they should be flexible in their approach. So the goal setting is one of the main, which is the one of the technique of the motivation. Another technique of motivation is arrangement of the competitions, that is at the large scale. So here the competition is must. The sports person performs better when the competitions are being arranged in a large scale. Without a good arrangement of the competitions, the good sports person cannot perform well in such types of competitions. So competition, due to the competition, the player also get motivated. If the arrangement of the competition is being done well, if they are having a very good arrangement is done, then the player used to get self motivated, and they have an instinct from inside that I want to show everyone, whoever are present here, and definitely I am going to do that. But that is only been possible if the arrangement of the competition is been done at a large scale. So here this is also one of the technique of motivation. Then spectators is also one of the motivation, or it is one of the they are the motivators actually. So spectators is must, that a huge number of the spectators will also have a positive effect on the player, but its effectiveness depends upon the experience and the maturity of the athlete or a player. If the player or athlete is much matured, then only he or she is being able to perform well. But due to the large number of spectators, if the player is just a beginner, then might be due to the fear of failure. That means that if he is going to perform in the spectator among many of the people, then might be he may having a thought behind the mind that suppose if I used to not play well, then what other peoples or what the spectators are going to think about me, okay, and they are not going to enjoy me, and they are just going to criticize me. So the spectators, when it depends upon the experience as well as the maturity of the athlete. So so here it is being told that in inexperienced athlete or participant in the competition which is full of spectator, then he will not be able to perform better in comparison to the experienced athlete. So here the athlete or the player should be more experienced and more matured. So spectator is one of the technique of motivation. Then verbal comments. Now verbal comments are being given during the time of tournaments or competition, but it should be given at a proper time. That means it is being told that hit the iron when the iron is hot actually. So but these verbal comments works only for the beginner player, those who are the new players, those who are playing for the first time. And if the verbal comments are being given, if the positive feedback is being given to the player used to get more motivated, and they are going to definitely perform. That means boosting up the performance, boosting up the players' performance by the comments which have been given by the coach, so or the players who are playing along with them. So verbal comments plays a very important role. It is one of the technique of the motivation. But if the player is more experienced, then they do not get motivated by the verbal comments, because they have already habited, they have already know that this coach or this player, my players are just going to tell me like this only. So verbal comments is also one of the techniques of motivation. Then another technique of motivation, that is hypnotism. So it has been the various research studies as well as several studies, they have proved that hypnotism shows a positive effect. So simple and direct strength may be improved through the hypnotism. So hypnotism is one of the effective way of motivation. Motivation through hypnotism can be more effective once the player or the athlete is been hypnotized and he is been feeded in his mind. That means that you can do the best and you are the player which you are going to perform, and who is going to bring the name and fame for the country. If the player is being hypnotized in such a way, then definitely the performance increases. Here there is a simple and direct strength may be improved through the hypnotism, if but it is to be kept in mind that it is should be the hypnotism, whatever the practice is being done, it should be done under the guided or the trained under the trained person. Then only it is more effective. Otherwise it is very much harmful for the athlete or a player. Then sixth point we are having, that is healthy sports environment. So here the healthy sports environment is must, that used to motivate the player. So it is one of the techniques of the motivation, because when we are talking about the healthy environment, that means that there should be the environment related to the sport, that should be of full of facilities, having a good weather, a good field or a good playground. Equipment should be of good qualities. So these all things matter. That means that healthy environment motivates the player to perform more and more better, because the healthy sports environment, because in such healthy sports environment where you can find out they are having good facilities, they are having a good equipments, good field, good climate, good temperature. So in such a healthy sports environment, the sports person can do sound sport training and can exhibit a good performance in the competition. That used to get motivated. Let's take an example of the children, those who are living in the village or those who are having a school ground in the village areas, where because in the village school, the grounds or the facilities which are being provided to the children is not up to the mark, or it not that much good. But if the same player, if the same students, if they are going to perform at a state level or at the district level, where the grounds and facilities where are being available, they can see the arrangement made for the competition is good, they are having a good spectators, where these all factors used to work, then definitely he used to get motivated due to this such types of healthy and sports environment, and definitely is going to perform well. So the healthy sports environment is also one of the technique of motivation. Then knowledge of the result. Now knowledge of the result is the technique of the motivation, because the experimental study indicates that the person who has the knowledge of his or her progress will learn more rapidly. If they know that knowledge of the result, that if I am going to play in a proper way, or if I am going to play with skills what I have practiced, then definitely I am going to get the good result, because I have worked hard for that. And definitely, so knowledge of the result if they are having, then definitely that used to motivate the player that yes, I can do it, and definitely is going to do well. The same I am going to quote one of the example in the from the movie Chak De India, that when the coach Kabir Khan, he was knowing that if this two good player, this forward player is not going to play together, then definitely what is the result is going to be for this match. So they are having the knowledge of the result, either it may be the coach or maybe the player. If they are having a good knowledge of the result, then definitely the progress can be done. Then afterwards the coach used to motivate them to play together, however they used to make them play together. And then afterwards, even though the player also get the knowledge, that if we are not going to play together, then definitely we are going to lose. So knowledge of the result also motivates, and they that used to motivate both of them, and they played well in that movie. So here the good progress will definitely motivate the individual, keeping in the mind the various competitions are organized, examinations are conducted, the concerned coach should be have a separate record and the result, and these results should be shown and discussed in a positive manner with the sports person. They should always discuss with the players that what are the your good points, what are your positive points. They should not talk mostly related to the negative point, but they should always discuss related to positive points, so that is going to also improve the performance of the player, that is going to boost their performance. Then we are having next eighth point, that is praise and blame. Definitely if you used to praise or if you used to appreciate any of the players or the athlete, then definitely they used to get motivated and they used to perform more and more better. So but if the blame is being given at the improper time, if we are blaming any one of them, because of you we have lost the match, and if because of you we have uh, we are having a score of 0. So if you are blaming any one of them, then definitely what happens, that it may be more dangerous. And during the training program also, if you used to blame the player if they are not performing better, then might be that individual may withdraw himself from this activity. So praise is also better, and too much praise can also destroy the future of the sports person. But whatever the praise is being done, it should be according to the requirement. So due to the individual differences, the effect of these factors varies according to the individual's nature. So mature athletes have least concern about the praise, because they already have a habit of getting the praise as well as blame both. So they do not concern about much more about the praise. Then ninth point we are having, that is cash prize, trophies and rewards and certificates. So this is one of the technique of the motivation, where the players or any of the athlete or an individual used to get motivated when they are getting something as a reward. Either it may be a cash prize or certificate or trophies. So most of the government, they strive hard to achieve the better in an international competitions. So they offer the cash prize to the sports person who wins the laurel for their country. So the reward should be presented in front of all, and due to that the players are getting more and more motivated, and they are going to perform more and more better in the coming tournaments or competitions. Then after we are having, that is motivational music. Motivational music related to the Chak De India or Dangal movie, they are motivational, or from Bhag Milkha Bhag. These motivational music are much more beneficial, that used to motivate the player during the starting time period. It is one of the good way to motivate the sports person or athlete during the training and prior to the competition, but it should be inspirational one. The motivational music should be inspirational. Now during the you can see that during the indoor training session, the fast music during the circuit training and slow music during the recovery are more appropriate. When during the circuit training period, the fast music is being applicable, it is more applicable and it is good, it is appropriate. And slow music during the recovery period or during the cooling down period is good. So here when the motivational music is going on, the player used to get motivated and they used to perform more and more, or they used to boost themselves, and they are going to do better and better. Now we are having 11th point, that is positive attitude. So you can see here that I can't do it, and the word, the T is being taken out from the can't. So that is become like I can do it. So here the positive attitude is must. The player, they should lay proper emphasis on can be mindset of they should lay more emphasis on the can be mindset of the player. It means that the player must think that they can achieve anything. Yes, I can do it. That is the attitude which the player should possess. Either it is the situation may be anyhow the situation, or the worst situation may be, the player should think about, they should be always have a positive type of mindset, and they should always decide that we can do it. Yes, it is that we can do it. And due to that positive attitude, that used to motivate the player, and they are going to do better and better in the competitions or during the training session or whatever the work they are going to perform. So they should remember that champions' feet and hands are not made up of gold, they are made up of bone and flesh. Due to their hard work, it has been the players' feet are being due to players' feet and hand are not made up of gold, they are being made up of the hard work. Then 12th point we are having, that is positive self-talk. Positive self-talk, that means I can do it, I am strong, I am great, I am the best one, I am the winner. So these positive talks also motivate the player, but it used to motivate them. It improves their performance also. With the proper repetition of the self-talk can change the sports person belief system. So here what happens? The belief system used to change. Now you are having an example of the Muhammad Ali, which is a world famous boxer in of USA. He used to apply a technique, that is, he used to repeat, yes, that I am the greatest. He repeat this his claim that his opponent believed it, and that definitely he has been one of the greatest player, one of the greatest boxer. But he used to use this technique that I am the greatest. So here these are the motivational techniques that should be that is very much important for the player to improve their performance. It depends upon the coach to know whether which of the techniques or the combination of the technique is much more applicable upon the athlete. Sometimes a single technique may not give too much of output or good result. So that's why the combination of the techniques can have a positive effect. So the coach should also bear in the mind the age of the athlete, his past experience of the competitions. They should keep in mind everything. The experienced person are going to do more and more better as compared to the beginner, but for the beginner lots of motivation is required for the better performance, and definitely they used to do well. So there are the various techniques which we have learned. So you can prepare the notes on the basis of this. If you are having any doubt, you can comment. Thank you.